All right, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. We're back at the tiny Kersey Laundromat, and we're going to see if we have much money this week. 2 weeks ago was great. One of our best weeks ever. Last week was horrible. One of our worst weeks ever. So I guess we'll find out. One thing we can always see to give us an idea is how much money is in the change machines. This one doesn't have much in it. It's kind of the backup one, and it only takes dollars. Or $2 bills, we found out once, but the $2 bills only give you 4 quarters. And in here, well, that's a little lower. And in here, we've got lots of 20s. We already collected dollars earlier this week. So that's not the worst in the world. I mean, it's not like our other laundromat, which makes way more. But for here, it's not horrible. So we'll see what's in the machines and give an update on some other stuff and plans for here as well. Okay, we're opening up the boxes right now to see what we got. This is always the worst one, so I should probably start with better ones. Hey, there's actually more in there than there has been the last few weeks. So maybe that's a good thing, maybe not. For a while there, I stopped showing when I locked up the coin box, but then I forget to lock it up. So now we do this. There we go. Okay. This one usually has very little in it too. Yeah. Nobody likes the bottom ones. And I don't blame them. I would prefer the ones up top too. Less work on your back. Whoo! That is way better than last week. I don't know if it's as good as the week before, but that's a good sign. That's not bad either. Okay. Last week was rough. The few weeks before the week before last week were rough too. That makes me feel slightly better. Okay. Now we'll do the new washers. Sometimes these have more than the old ones, sometimes they don't. Not bad. These are machines I brought in after buying this laundromat. The top loaders were here. Sorry, let me do that again. There we go. Almost missed the most important part. There's more money in these than last week too, so that's a good sign as well. This had 10 top loaders all across here when I bought it. Half weren't working. Now we're down to 5. They all work. I think that one might work too, but I still need a coin box and to test it. But we have enough of these that that's not super important. But it is important that you have stuff looking nice too. So this one is an older coin box, and there. A little bit. New washers. Okay. Now we'll do the old washers. This one is so old, but people like it. People use it. It's cheap. It's got a tiny coin box, but people still like it and still use it. And that one's not a bad amount for that one. This is oh, come on. There we go. Hey, that's a decent amount too. And then I need a dryer key for this one, because that's a newer coin box. That's the most this machine's ever had. Okay. And then These are usually the ones with the most in them. Not bad. Again, nothing like the other laundromat, where we'll have 4 times this much, or 5, depending on how good the day is. Maybe 6 or 7. Oh, that's not bad either. Okay. So definitely better than last week. Not like profitable. Maybe profitable if we get the back shop rented, which we'll have updates on that here soon too. But that's a good sign. That's better than last week. We'll count it. We'll show you the graphs, see how much it adds up to. So when I was taking the trash out, I noticed this. We have the apartment next door rented, and the tenants are parking in the car wash. And the car wash isn't working. Hopefully we'll get it working here soon. But when I first bought this place, the old owner parked in the car wash too. A bad omen. We're not going back to that. But it's clean. We had quite a bit of money in there. So we'll say goodbye for now. We'll be back next week, and hopefully the little laundromat does better and better. And hopefully we have some more changes coming soon, because we want to talk about that and what we're doing to make it better. First, we're going to see what the money is, and I can talk while we do that. This is the dryer money, and whoops, I forgot my bucket. So, 38 quarters went on through the chair and the floor, and we'll try to do this the right way now. There we go. Like I said, it's definitely more than last week. We'll see how much. I believe it's not quite done yet. We're having some electrical work done on the property so that we can add bigger machines. We're still trying to work on that and possibly rent the garage. We need to clean out the garage, get it for rent. But once we get closer to having all the electrical done, then we'll do that. And $377 for quarters, that is fantastic for the dryers. Not a record, but still so much better than last week. Here are the new washers, which sometimes have more, sometimes have less than the old washers. There you go. Of course I jammed it. Put way too many in. But $231 from the new washers, plus an extra one there. Spits it back out. And then we'll do the old ones. I don't know if I counted that. There might be an extra quarter that we need to put in the graph. I think we're already at last week's number, which was horrible. Last week we had... Hold on. $139 total. Ugh. Only 80 from the washers. That was horrible. So way, way better this week. 719, I think. Plus an extra one that I didn't count. And here's what the chart looks like. Our chart is getting very long now. We've had it since the end of June. And this one never shut down. I have the other bigger laundromat. I took it over. We shut it down. We fixed machines, cleaned it, made it nicer. But it was shut down when I took it over too. This one was open the whole time. We've never really shut down. We closed part of it to do some work. Closed a little bit of it to do some of the electrical for a little bit. The car wash has been broken for a while, but we try to keep the revenue coming in. And you can see, October we had a record, the most ever. And things were looking good in the fall, and then the bottom just dropped out of everything. The car wash broke. Everything went wrong. Machines kept breaking. We had a lot of issues. And things were getting pretty depressing. I don't want to say depressing. That's maybe too dramatic. But they weren't looking good. And you might remember me talking during this point of, do I keep this? Do I put money into it? Do I just let it go? What do I do? And then we had like a really, really good week. And then last week we had a really, really bad week. This week was much, much better. But what's not better is I can't make my chart work. I don't know why, but I can't get the last week on here. So you'll just have to believe me when I tell you what last week's numbers were. So the washer was $179.75. The dryer was $94.25. Actually, probably $94.50. And I can actually fix that because that extra quarter I didn't count. For a grand total of $274.50. So again, that would be better than we've had since last year, except for that 1 week in early February. So really good sign. We still need to do better, but a good sign that it's not as horrible as it was. And hopefully we can keep it going, keep getting more people in there, and get the big machines eventually, but that could be a while. And I haven't heard anything from the good Laundromat guys who came to look at putting in the different dryers and fixing some of these things. They showed up a few weeks ago, didn't tell me, worked on some stuff, and then left and said they'd get back to me. I haven't heard anything since then. But luckily, I've become an expert repairman apparently since then. We'll see. Thanks for watching. We'll have many more videos on the laundromats, and we'll have an update on the other laundromat. Actually, we already posted that one if you didn't see it. And then one thing, too, I want to talk about. I started a membership for my videos. I know a lot of people were upset about that. I am still showing the laundromat videos. Tons of videos for free. I'm showing so many free videos. So it's not like I'm going to stop showing all my videos. There was just a couple of incidents that have happened recently with my house flips where my YouTube videos got me into some trouble. And people keep asking me what it is. And it's like, well, if I wanted to share it publicly, I would have already told you guys. You'd already know about it. You'd see what the issues were. And they're not minor issues. One of them is very serious and very frustrating. And if I hadn't done a YouTube video on this particular house, none of it would have happened. So it's a very tricky situation. Multiple people have advised me to just stop doing YouTube videos of my flips altogether. I don't want to do that. It's fun for me. I know people like watching them. And I'm not going to stop showing my flips on this channel for free either. I'm still going to show as much as I can on the flips when I buy them, when they're fixed up. I probably won't do as many during the repair videos. And I want to be able to talk more candidly about these things and more candidly about other things too. And I know that stuff will get me in trouble if it's all public. So some of these videos that I want to make that I can't make now, I could make if they were on a more private setting, if there was a paywall, if it's membership only, if it's not easy for people to see them. Now, of course, there are still some people who might see them, but it's much more difficult to find them, and especially if I have a mix of free and membership only videos. So if you don't want to join, totally understandable. I won't think anything less of anybody. No pressure to join at all. It's just a little bit of extra stuff for some people who want to get into the nitty-gritty of flipping, rentals, and some of the other issues I run into that maybe I shouldn't be talking about publicly. And also, I can talk about the incident or incidents that have occurred more candidly as well on there. So I did change the options too. I did have it at $10 a month for all of it. I made a second option of $5 a month. So, I mean, there's like perks and weird stuff. So there's one option for $10 a month where you get early viewing of some videos and prioritized comments and different things. I left that one. I don't think I can actually remove that one. And then I added another one that's just $5 a month, which is access to all my videos, the members only videos. So again, no pressure. If you want to join, cool. If not, cool. And we'll see how this goes, if this works or if it just gets me into more trouble. All right, thanks for watching. Be back soon. Love to know what you think.